Good morning, I'm Kristen Folletti and welcome to News Desk on SiliconANGLE TV for Friday, February 8th, 2013. What are T-Mobile's plans for the Blackberry Z10 and which country is Blackberry giving the cold shoulder to? Join us now to provide his breaking analysis on Blackberry's rollout plans is SiliconANGLE contributing editor John Casaretto. Welcome back, John.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Just a week after the unveiling of BlackBerry's new flagship smartphone, the Z10, for Canadian and British markets, the company formerly known as Research in Motion has been relatively quiet about releasing the phone for U.S. markets. Frank Sickinger, head of business sales at T-Mobile, was reported hinting the Z10 release as early as mid-March. John, with the majority of BlackBerry's sales coming from the United States, what can we take from this delay to U.S. markets? Does it raise any concerns about BlackBerry as a company?
It certainly is a bit surprising that they're looking at a delay at this point. And you're right. This is their main territory, the United States, where they have the most market and a lot of stake in as far as how they perform. And they also have an international base that they're looking to expand and grow, but this is a bit concerning. That their markets have dwindled significantly in a number of key markets, and you would think that the U.S. would be one of those places where they would have this kind of thing in line already, and be able to tactically pursue this strategy in such a way that that they're pursuing actively the U.S. base and having that carrier already in line.
With Apple and Google fighting for control over the smartphone market and the limited success of Microsoft's attempts to enter the smartphone market, do you think the introduction of the Z10 and the company's rebranding from RIM to BlackBerry will give the smartphone market another legitimate contender, or do you think this is the beginning of the end for BlackBerry?
Well, I think that it's a complicated path for BlackBerry. They've got a number of things going on and a number of strategy points that they really have to work out here, and it's playing out, and it's very interesting to see it actually come together. They have a traditional enterprise base because of their reputation as an email system and a few other things like that. But they've seen that dwindling over the past several years, and they've seen Android and iOS pass them by in that market. And that's happened in the consumer area as well. So, they seem to be great devices. That the new device, the new OS, seem to be great. But the truth is that the take is that they don't really exceed anything that is currently out there now. So they have a long road ahead of them.
We know T-Mobile has been struggling to keep pace with their larger competitors, and in addition to carrying the Z10, T-Mobile is merging with Metro PCS, as we've reported on. Do you think the Z10 could help in attracting new customers to the remodeled T-Mobile?
It appears that they're definitely trying to make a run at this. At a minimum, adding another device to their lineup really kind of showcases some of the diversity of the devices that they support. The different offerings and having a good spectrum of devices is always good for a carrier. But it remains to be seen really what the returns on that will actually be. Of course, there's a chance that the Z10 becomes a modest hit and T-Mobile benefits in the end. And I think perhaps that's probably why they're looking at this, to differentiate themselves from the other carriers who haven't yet emerged with support for the new BlackBerry devices.
T-Mobile CEO John Legere has vowed to make changes, such as selling phones on installment plans rather than the typical approach of subsidizing the devices through annual contracts. What do you think of that move, and how will it affect both